Happy New Year, everybody! Sorry for taking last week off. It was Christmas time, and I just had to reshuffle and recalibrate so that I can bring this lovely backdrop to you and get all of these wonderful little costumes for the pets for happy summertime vibes in the dead of winter. So, bye, Chemo! So hopefully you guys enjoy it. My goal is to just bring happy, bright, sunshine vibes through the computer to you while you work out at home, even if it's pitch black outside and 20 below, which I'm assuming is going to be happening. So also on the assumption train, I'm going to say everybody's just been drinking and eating and not exercising, right? Which is fair. That has been most of me as well. So we're going to take it nice and easy, baby step our way back into this. I mean, it is literally January 1st, so no chair burpees today, I promise. As you can see, Mortimer is going to be joining us, and you ask yourself while you're doing high knees, of course, to warm up those hips, why, Tanya, why did Mortimer all winter have no pants on and all Christmas sweaters, and yet for his summertime vibes he's just in like summer shorts? Well, that's how he rolls, you know, pants, no pants, who cares? It's just Mortimer. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna have fun finding swim trunks for him and little outfits for them. If anybody knows where I can get myself a pineapple costume for cats or dogs, email me. That's what I need. Don't kick anything behind you, butt kicks. So trying to be up nice and tall. This is where you should really start to feel those quads, especially if you've been doing Netflix marathons, sitting on the couch. Your quads are probably going to get pretty tight. So anytime today you want to loosen up those quads, this is the one I suggest that you do. Slow it on down. Take a nice wide stance with the feet, arms out at shoulder height, and you're just going to twist side to side. Now I am going to be finding some super beach vibe music for these workouts, but I thought for this first one, you know, I'm testing out a new webcam. Thank you, Alicia. I love you so much. She got me a new webcam for Christmas so that you guys can actually see me instead of just this general blur in the background. Slow down those core twists, and you bring your feet in nice and close, and we're going to do some arm circles. So I'm testing out new technology. Also, unfortunately, my super old laptop finally gave me the notification that nothing is going to work on it anymore. It's too old. It can't update, and it can't support new apps. So that's okay. That's okay. Boxing Day sales helped me out a little bit. So we're going to be messing around with some new technology in the next few weeks, so bear with me with the new video, the new sound, the new lights, whatever. I will make sure you guys get quality exercise, if not quality video or quality sound. So I do apologize for that. Wide stance of the feet. We're going to be doing some inside leg work today. So I want you to warm up your hips as wide as you can comfortably go. Don't slip out and do the splits. That would be bad. But once you have as wide stance as you can comfortably go, I want you to bend into one knee. The other leg is straight. Feel that stretch. And then you're going to come up nice and slow and bend into the other knee. And you're just going to push down a little bit through those hips so you feel that in the inside of the leg. Don't hold it for very long, maybe 3 to 5 seconds, just to really get into those adductors and pull gently in the knee and those hips. One more time on the other side. And then when you come back, do center first, baby step back in, and just shake those legs out a little bit. In full neutral position, shoulders are back and down. You do want to squeeze your glutes, feet are about hips distance apart. I want you to just tilt your head to the side, stretching out all those muscles in the neck, and then come up and tilt to the other side, breathing into that stretch. Bring the head back to center, and just do some shoulder circles to loosen up those muscles. Good. Feel free to have some water. Now today, for sure, as always, we're going to be doing just a general body workout, but we're also going to be adding in some cardio so we can burn a little bit more calories than we normally do. Just again, working on the assumption of sitting there eating chocolates and baked goods. I don't know. That's what I did. So I'm just going off of my own life experience. So first, I am going to get you to grab your chair, gentle, nice and easy, sit down squats. So your feet are about hips distance apart, shoulders are back, core is active, and I want you to stand up, squeeze those glutes, and come back down. Standing up, push those hips forward, coming back down. Just warm up those knees and get them nice and activated. Depending on how tight your shoulders and your neck is, when you stand up, just keep those shoulders away from the ears. If you're really tight in the traps, they'll want to scrunch on up. So try and keep a relaxed position while every time you stand up, you squeeze those glutes. 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and perfect. Okay, shake out those legs, grab onto the dumbbells. We're going to be doing 2 separate exercises. So if you have a shoulder or neck injury, use lighter weight or just 1 dumbbell for these. Feet about hips distance apart, shoulders back, squeeze those glutes, hold that contraction. Then you're going to do bicep curl and shoulder press. Come down. 2 separate movements. Bicep curl first, rotate those palms out, go straight up in the air, and then come back down. Once you get used to this movement, you're going to concentrate on range of motion. So you're pushing those dumbbells up towards the ceiling, trying to keep the arms in line with the ears while you're contracting the glutes the whole time. It's a lot, I know, right? You're like, Tanya, it's the first day of the first month of 2021. I know. Do what you can, all right? I have no expectations. If you're watching this video, that is amazing. Just keep doing that. That is more than enough. And you are good. Okay. Depending on your knees and your back, you can either march on the spot, just bringing the knees up nice and high, core is active, full neutral position. If you can handle it, jogging on the spot. Now you're at home, so if you want to just jog around your house, totally fine. Definitely do that. Some people hate jogging on the spot, and that's fair. Okay, we're not confined to a gym like we normally were back in the good old days. So it's your house. You have free reign to do what you want. Just get that heart going, get the lungs working. You got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and good. All right. Bringing that chair back at any time. Have some water, pause, catch your breath, okay? Otherwise, feet are about hips distance apart. You're gonna stand up, squeeze those glutes, and come back down. So Smudge is, as he always is lying right in front of the laptop on the coffee table, and I found a whole bunch of Hawaiian leis that have flowers and stuff, and it works great. Oh my gosh, can't wait for you guys to see these pets. They're hilarious. Kipo, you saw a little bit of hers, and they're not chewing on them, and they're not trying to rip them off. So that's a really good sign that I can continue dressing them up for my entertainment, and hopefully your guys's as well. Okay, once you stand up, grabbing onto those dumbbells. It feels good to work out again, don't you think? Neutral position. Shoulders are back. Bend the knees just a little bit so you can squeeze those glutes. Bicep curl, shoulder press. Yeah, so it was a very interesting week, of course, because I didn't get to go out to the farm for Christmas, which super sucked, honestly, but we had a nice quiet little Christmas here in Edmonton, and that was okay. I was very thankful for that. And the pets, if you guys saw the pictures of the videos that I posted on Facebook, I'll have to post them on Flare Fitness. Oh man, they went absolutely crazy Christmas morning with all the brand new toys and all the treats. They had no idea what was going on, but they didn't care. It was awesome. And you're good. So again, your choice. Jog around your house. I'm cool with that. Or jogging on the spot. Or if this hurts your knees, because it is bouncing, so it's a little jostling on the bones, you can just bring those knees up nice and high, and just work on squeezing those glutes and getting your core active. Okay, so right now, today we're just working on movement. So just find where those boundaries are. I am starting, also, of course, this theme is for you guys, but it's also for my winter online boot camps, which I'm running twice a week. So tell everybody that you know. I'm promoting all that on my website, Instagram, Facebook, social media, gross. And you're good. You shake out those legs, have a seat on the chair. You guys know I'm 87 years old on the inside, and it's soul sucking doing social media stuff, but I'm learning and I'm working my way through it. One more time, you're gonna stand up, squeeze those glutes, and come back down. You have to learn to adapt in this world and in these times, so I'm trying to just bring out my inner child rather than my go-to, which is my inner senior citizen. You know, I barely made it to midnight last night, guys. It was one of those, you know, this was way past my bedtime. I just don't want to go to sleep, who cares? So I was trying to fight that. I made it to 12:02, sent my last text, Happy New Year's, and just crashed and burned in bed, so. And I was happy about that. I am a happy, happy person when I am sleeping in bed. Okay, grabbing on biceps and shoulder press. Last time. So, feet about hip distance apart, shoulders are back, core is active, squeeze the glutes the whole time, don't let them go. And go ahead with those two separate movements. Now I do suggest that if you have any baked goods left over from Christmas or New Year's or any kind of chocolates or gifts that are just packed full of sugar, I mean, you know, you make those goals as to what you want those lines to be, but don't cross those lines. Be like, you know what? As of January 1st, I'm throwing all of this crap out of my house so I can eat healthy, then great. If you're like, I'm gonna need a couple days, Tanya, that's okay. I 100% understand. If you want to start on Monday, Monday's a good time to start. There's nothing magical about the 1st of January. It's just whatever works for you. I suggest that you do it. And you're good. Okay, one last time. Marching on the spot, jogging, or make your way around your house. Whatever you want to do. Just keep those shoulders back and relaxed away from the ears. Pulling the belly button into spine. You can still breathe. It's just my lower abdominals are contracted while I squeeze my glutes. We got 15 seconds left. Bring those knees up a little bit higher. Smudge. Not that you can see right now, but he's completely passed out in front of the laptop with all of his super colorful little flowers. So hopefully when we go down to the floor like we always do for our ground exercises, he'll wake up and you guys will get to see his hilarious little outfit. I think he secretly loves it. I'm gonna tell myself that. You slow it on down, shake out those legs, and grab some water. Yeah, definitely need water. I just need lots of water right now. Fresh vegetables, that's one that I've been missing for these last 10 days or so. I just didn't have it in me to wait in line for groceries and random stuff, so I've just been eating what's left, which is okay. I have frozen vegetables and canned vegetables, but it's not the same. So yeah, it was good. I was eating my salad like, yes, green food, like a nerd. Sometimes. Okay, we're gonna be doing seated rows. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you guys can see me. This new camera, love it. It's a little bit different on the angles. So hopefully I don't get cut off too much with these things. And you know what I'm doing anyways. These are seated rows. So make sure you're right on the edge of your chair. If it's more comfortable for you to stand, definitely do so. But if you're seated, be right bent forward. Stay in this position. Do not move. All I want you to do is lift both arms up and then come back down. Go ahead. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and come back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, your core is active, 7, 8, 9, not too fast, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to spin around. I do not want you to do crazy depth here. For my people who have been doing their workouts twice a week, yes, I applaud you. Good job. So you choose. You know, you've been doing this the whole time. So depth, totally fine for you. For my people who've just taken the time off, be careful with this depth. We're doing reverse lunges. So I do want you to use that chair really, really close to it so that when you step back, the torso goes straight down. You don't lean forward. I don't want to look this. I want you to look like this, bending into both the front and the back knee. You're going to stand up and then switch to the other side. If you haven't done this in a while, you'll look like this. A little bit of a step back. Don't really commit, okay? Go ahead, whatever works for you. Now, it should be a big step back regardless, but it's the knees and the hips that you'll have to bend into that knee a little bit. Okay, that back knee has to, so the hips can line up. If you're doing big depth in the bend in the knees, they'll just naturally work together. It'll have to be 90-degree angle on both of the knees, and the hips will be there for you. Try to stay up tall. You shouldn't have any real weight on the hands. The chair is just there as that measurement so that you're not doing this. Okay, it's all on those legs. And good. Okay, nice wide stance with the feet, and I just want you to swoop down and then up over the head. Work on the range of motion in the arms. Swoop down, hand up, squeeze those glutes when you stand up, and you are bending into the hips and the knees, okay? Be careful with that movement. 15 seconds left. If you want to go a little bit deeper or feel a little bit more of a stretch, you can widen your feet. That will help. Last time here, swoop down and up. Bring the feet in, nice and careful. Shake out those legs. If you have to pause the video, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you're grabbing onto those weights, seated in the chair, on the edge, because I want you to be right bent forward. Stay in this position. Ready, set, go ahead. Roll up, squeeze the shoulders, and come back down. It's just my arms moving. The elbows lift. They're really close to the rib cage. And you squeeze the shoulder blades when they come up, and then release when they come down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hi Smudge, 11, 12, there he is, 13, 14, and 15. As usual, camera hog when he wakes up. But doesn't he just look so cute? Right, Smudgy? Okay, using that chair, you're going to spin it around so that you can be right and close. Smudge, smudge. Okay, come in. There we go. Okay, big step back. Depth is up to you. Go ahead. Keep the torso right in line with that chair. It's parallel. Don't dip forward. You can look straight ahead at all times. That heart is forward, not down. That will be your indicator. We're halfway there. Use those glutes. 10 more seconds. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Work on the depth. Work on your balance. And good. Shake out those legs. Nice wide stance with the feet. And I want you to swoop down and up. This is the legs and the back working together. You're not just bending forward like this, okay? You bend into the hips and the knees so the chest can stay forward mostly. Breathe here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. We have 10 seconds left. Pay attention to your range of motion. Get a little bit deeper into that movement. And good. Walk those feet in. Shake out the legs. We have one more time with those seated rows. Okay. Once you're right bent over, pull those shoulders away from the ears so you have a nice long neck. Ready, set, go ahead. Row up and down. 2, 3, pull the belly button into your spine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if you can, 3 more. 3, squeeze the shoulders. 2, and 1. Come on up. Put those dumbbells aside. You don't have to use the chair at all. It's just there as that corrective measure, so you'll physically hit something if you do it improperly. That's the goal. Okay? Full neutral position, shoulders back, and go ahead. Step back and come up. Switch that other leg. Step back and come up. And do keep in mind that with cardio, it can be cumulative. So you can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, 20 minutes total in a day. Don't worry about, yeah, but I saw this ad on Facebook that said I need to do this for an hour a day. No, okay? Even this class, I mean, it'll end up being close to an hour, but that's just because I have so many things I want to show you. 3, 2, and good. Shake out those legs. Have a nice wide stance with the feet. You're going to swoop down. Squeeze those glutes when you come up. Down and up. We will, of course, be doing some balance training because we are getting into the winter months. I heard a rumor a few months ago that we were supposed to get a super, super cold winter, January, February, March, with tons more snow than we got last year. But I'm hoping that they were just dead wrong. And that would be great. But who knows? So I'll just prep you guys for the worst. Make sure you have your stability and your flexibility. And you're good. You can walk back in, shake out those legs, and have some water. So I'll just keep that in the program for you guys, that we're always working on that balance. So if something happens outside, you just can't see the ice and you go to slip on it, I'll train the slings of the body to catch you so that you don't throw your back out or fall and, I don't know, break a hip or whatever. I'm just petrified. If I fell on the sidewalk, you guys would know. My neck would just be, well, one too many breaks, Tanya. You're done now. Okay, so have something beside you that you can use if you need it for balance, okay? Just in case, especially if you're home alone. But when you're using something for stability, don't grab onto it and then do the movement, okay? I don't want you to actually be physically weight bearing with that hand. 2-finger touch on the top of it. So your brain says, oh, okay, I'm balanced, I'm stable. But really, it's your leg doing all the work, okay? So I want you to try that out. You're gonna be standing on that leg. You're gonna lift one leg up, shoulders are back and down, core is active. You are activating the glutes because that's what's gonna help you to not fall over. And I just want you, if you need that 2-finger touch, definitely use it, or not, that's fine. And I just want you to work on lifting the knee up a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Keep it there. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Shake out those legs. And we're going to switch to that other side. So I want you to shift all of your weight to that supporting leg. It's a little bit of bent knee. You're squeezing the glute. Core is active. Come off the floor with that other foot. If you need the 2-finger touch on the chair, use it. Otherwise, shoulders relaxed, core is active. Once you find your balance, I want you to work on lifting that knee up a little higher, lifting up a little bit higher if you can, so that we're working the strength and the mobility in the hip joints as well as our balance. So whatever works for you. One hip might not be liking this so much. That's up to your hips. Okay, so you can bring it down, shake out those legs. So now we're going to add a little bit of movement, hinging at the hips. So again, just have something there for you for balance if you need it. We're going to go back to that original leg. What you're looking for is, once you're standing on that one leg and you find your balance, I want those arms up in the air, and I want you to lean forward and that foot goes back behind you. The bend in the hip is totally up to you. You can go down as low as you want or not at all, and then come back up. And I want you to bring those arms back behind you and that foot comes forward. So it might look like this. You lean forward a little bit and lean back a little bit. Or you always have that 2-finger touch while you're doing this movement. If you do want strength and mobility as well, you are fighting for that range of motion. Control, down, and back. It's a lot more strength involved, and it's anywhere in between that kind of depth or just a little bit, okay? Because you're still standing on one foot, so it's a lot for the brain and the body to work with. And good. So I want you to shake out that leg. A lot of tension built up there. Switching to your other side. Find your balance first. Once you have your balance, you can have the 2-finger touch if you'd like, or both arms are up in the air. And you lean forward, leg goes back behind you, and then those arms come up over the head, and you lean back, that foot comes forward. This is entirely up to your body. And just like before, it depends on the hip. One hip might have been replaced due to hip surgery, or you might have an injury or something. So one might be totally willing and the other not at all. So just be kind to your body. Hello, Smoochie. Yes, it's almost floor time. And come up, and you're gonna shake out those legs. All right, so feel free to have some water. Hey, buddy. And don't forget your dumbbells. So we are gonna have our weights on the floor with us. Use the chair if you need it. Otherwise, I'm gonna get you to come down onto the ground. Now I'm pretty close to the floor. This time I might, physically like change the camera view every now and then, but hopefully this will work right now. Here, Mortimer, take that ball. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to lie down on your back. Hello, Smudgy. You're gonna squeeze your glutes, knees are bent, and I'm gonna get you just normal skull crushers first. So lifting those weights up in the air, palms face each other, and you're gonna bend the elbows, dumbbells come right beside the ears, and straight up towards the ceiling. Watch that you don't clunk your cat in the head with a dumbbell. That's never good. So it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you aware of your surroundings, that's for sure. Don't forget to squeeze your glutes and push that lower back into the floor. Down and up, down and up. Your core and glutes are working as hard as they can, even though they're not moving. Just give me a few more times here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Those dumbbells can come down. Hello. Oh, you're so cute. Aren't you so happy we're back to working out? Yeah. You missed getting dressed up in costume, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be doing half crunch or full crunch. With a full crunch, both knees and elbows come to meet you, and then you have the head and the feet touch the floor. So you bring everything in, touching everything down. Or if your back hurts, you can bring one knee in, come down, and then switch to the other side. So whatever works for you, even halfway through, switch it up, okay? Core is active, squeeze the glutes, and go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, try not to reef on your head, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to try to do 15 to 20, okay? So if you have not been doing this, feel free to just stop at 15. Got 2 more left. But if you can, try to go to 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Bring those feet down and just breathe through your belly, relaxing those abdominals. We are going to work our hips and our lower back. If you have a really tight lower back or issue with your SI joint, bridge hip lifts are a beautiful one to do. What I want you to concentrate on is tucking those shoulders underneath you, hands are by your hips. You're going to pelvic tuck. So your tailbone's kind of like this. I want you to tuck it in. It's a very subtle movement, but essentially the lower back goes into the floor, belly button pulls into spine. You're doing a pelvic tilt naturally when you contract those muscles. Keep this pelvic tilt, then bridge hip lift up, squeezing the glutes, and come back down. Try to keep that pelvic tilt the whole time in the bridge hip lift. It's very, very subtle. This is something that I would not be able to see if we were doing a live class together, because it's an internal contraction in your lower pelvic floor and in your glutes. I'm still doing it in case my cat is blocking the view. Okay, just give me a few more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you can straighten those legs out. Just avoid your skeletons in your living room. What? You don't have skeletons just sitting around in your living room? Weird. Tucking your shoulders under. Feet come back to just right beside the glutes. And we're back to those skull crushers. So anchor the back into the floor, squeeze the glutes. None of this moves, but it's very, very contracted. And then you're going to go back to bending the elbow, waist come beside the ears, and up. Come down and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see me? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last time, and 15. Perfect. Okie dokie. Full crunch or half crunch. Even halfway through, you're doing the full crunch, your back starts to hurt, modify down to the half crunch. Ready, set, go ahead. Both elbows and knees come in, and you touch back down to the ground. Bring it in, and come back down. Now again, with this one, it's going to be kind of tricky to use your glutes because they're moving. So it's mostly going to come from the abdominals and pushing that lower back into the floor. Now, if you can, we're going to keep going to the 20. But if this is too much for you and you're still modify down to that half crunch and it just, your abs can't handle anymore, just stop. Otherwise, we have 3 more left. 3, 2, and 1. Head comes down. Breathe through your belly so you stretch out those abdominals. And you're going to walk those feet nice and close to the butt, hands by your hips. Try that pelvic tuck. So you're just going to tailbone pointing up towards the ceiling, squeeze the glutes, belly button to your spine, and go ahead. Bridge hip lift up, squeeze, squeeze, come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2 more, 14, really push those hips up, and good. Straighten out those legs to rock the, excuse me, to rock the feet side to side. I told you, I need lots of water. Oh, it's very dry in my house. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. with those skull crushers as I'm choking on my own spit. Just ignore me. Okay, much better. So, pay attention to your range of motion in those dumbbells, squeezing those glutes, bring them right beside the ears, and then straight up towards the ceiling. Keep them equal. If you have any issues like probably your elbow joint will start to feel sore or maybe start clicking, then something's going on. The muscle's just not really in the right place, or maybe the elbow joint is just a little tight. So absolutely feel free to drop down one dumbbell, and you're just gonna bring the other one sideways like this, holding with both hands, and then that dumbbell will end up over top of your head as you bend those elbows. So again, don't clunk yourself in the forehead with the dumbbell, but if you have to modify down, feel free to do so. Or you can just not do as many reps. All right, bring those down. We're back to either full crunch or half crunch, hands behind your head. And bring those elbows and knees together and down. Bring them together and down. 3, oops, hi smudge, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm still going, you keep doing, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I apologize for my cat's face, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Breathe, relax, laugh at my cat. Smudge, smudge, hey, smudge. We have bridge hip lifts one more time. Bring those heels nice and close to your butt. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Not that you can see it, but I want you to lift the hips up. I'm doing it right now. And then come back down. Lift the hips up, squeeze those glutes, and come back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the more range of motion you can get, the better. 12, 13, 14, 15, and relax. I want you to just straighten those legs and rock your feet side to side to loosen up those hamstrings. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get you, I'm not making you, I'm asking you politely to come onto your hands and knees. Smudge. Smudge. I'm trying to make a film here. I need you to just like nod. Thank you. Okay. Come on. Fine, you can stay there. Just like not, like you have some time and I have some time. It's all that I ask. Okay. You're gonna have your hands and your knees on the ground in tabletop position. If it hurts your wrist, you can make fists like this, or if you can handle it, I actually do want your hands on the ground like this, so you stretch out those wrists. This is gonna be a little bit more of a balance one. My client was given this, it's just a slightly different alteration, and it works really well. So instead of you moving that knee to come like this, so you can do bird dog, okay? What I'm looking for is in the knees is a wide stance with the knees, okay? So when you go and do bird dog, you really have to work at keeping that pelvis in line. And that's what we're gonna try. So wide stance with the knees, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out. You know, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out, nice and high, nice and level with the body. Come back down, switch to the other side. Keep the knees wide. Opposite arm, opposite leg, come down. Now, do you feel tightness, or is it quite difficult for you to lift that leg out with your hips wide like that? If they are, let me know. If not, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It should be like a normal bird dog difficulty, okay? Just a few more, one on this side and one on this side. Perfect. Wide stance to the knees, arms walk forward. You're pushing back into child's pose, relaxing the head down towards the floor. Deep inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push those hips back towards your heels, arms reaching forward so you can feel the stretch. Hello, smudge. And then your hands come underneath your shoulders to come back to that tabletop position. So we're only going to do this twice. Nice wide stance with the knees. Hands are decently wide as well. And we're going to be doing opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out and up. Come down, switch to the other side. Out and up, come down. 3, 4, find your control. 5, 6, woo, sorry, Morse. 7, 8, I freaked out smudge too. 9, and 10. Don't worry, Smudge. He's not real. Wide stance with the knees. Arms are forward. Deep inhale, exhale, push the head and the chest down towards the floor. Try and relax those shoulders. Breathing deep. Hands come underneath your shoulders to help push you up. And then we're going to be doing happy back extensions. So I'm just going to spin around here and maybe push Mort. You go over there. There we go. All right. So you can lie down on your stomach. Happy back extension. Remember, your heels will either externally rotate out or they might have your heels rotate in, whatever is comfortable for your legs. But do not use your glutes. That's your goal. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Elbows are glued towards your ribs. I want you to relax onto the floor. Everything is relaxed. And then you're going to lift your head, pull those shoulders down the back, and then come down to the ground. Inhale, lift up. Pull your shoulder blades away from your ears. Do not use your glutes. And come down. Lifting up. Breathe. And come down. Do this one more time, lifting up. Really isolate your rector spinae, the lower back muscles. Contract. And then relax everything down. Good. Now this is going to be for your shoulders. It's a big one. We have very little baby shoulder muscles, and they're usually pretty weak. So essentially what I want you to do is have your arms up over your head, and this is going to be working the shoulder girdle. If you have neck or shoulder injuries, one arm might be like this, and you know you can't put it over your head. That's fine. You'll just lift the arm up and then pull it down like this and put it down on the ground like that. If that's your range of motion, you stick with it. You know your body. But if you can manage it, the arm is over the head. You're going to lift the arm like that, then pull towards the rib cage, and then bring it over the head to switch to the other side. So modify as needed. Opposite arms. So you're going to lift up the right arm, pull down and back, and then extend over the head, relax on the ground. Lift the left arm up, bend the elbow, squeeze that shoulder blade down and back, and bring it down. Lift the right arm up, squeeze the whole shoulder girdle, then release. This is a very small, well, it's a big movement. It's quite difficult, but it's very small muscles working here. And you will probably have to use your glutes a little bit in your back to try and help lift that arm off the ground, then squeeze, then come down. Switch to the other side. And relax. Okay, so one more time. We're going to get you pushed back into child's pose. Wide stance with those knees. Feet are together. Inhale and exhale. Walk those fingers forward, pushing down towards the ground. Breathe here. Hands coming underneath your shoulders to come to a kneeling position. Now, as always, depending on your hips and your knees, you might push back this much, and that is as far as it'll go. We'll not let you go any further. That's okay. You just release and you push back a little bit more. And then you release. If you can manage it, you are going to come into hero's pose, which is a kneeling position. You're kind of sitting your butt onto your heels. Look at his butt. He's a scaredy cat. He's 16 pounds, this friggin' tiger. But man, is he a little scaredy cat. Should I scare him? Just kidding. I won't. I love him. It's okay. Shoulders are back and down. Nice and tall in the core. Breathing through the belly, trying to stretch here. If you can't, it'll probably look like this, or it might look like this. But just work with your limits to your flexibility levels. Then what I want you to do is just kind of pop down onto your butt, and you're going to be doing hamstring stretch. So the one leg is going to go straight out in front. Knee is going to have a slight bend in it, but it's the toe. I want that foot pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale nice and tall. You'll probably be rotated forward. So I want you to rotate that torso towards the straight leg and then reach towards it. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend into the hips and the torso, reaching forward. Inhale. And exhale. Don't forget, it's your breath that helps you with these stretches. Very, very gently, leaning back to release the lower back mostly. Then we're going to switch to our other side. We'll smudge stalks, Mortimer. So the other side, nice, decently straight leg. You can have a slight bend in the knee if you'd like, that's okay. But it's the toe that points straight up towards the ceiling. Don't let it externally rotate out. It's flexed. Inhale. Exhale, rotate that torso towards the leg and then bend forward. Deep inhale. Exhale. Get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Deep inhale. Exhale, a little bit more into that stretch. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Very, very gently, coming up to that seated position. And you're going to bend that leg as well. So we are going to come down into a lying down position. I am going to have to move my cat out of the way. And we're going to do our lying down knee twists. So once you're lying down on your back, arms are going to go out into a capital T position. I want you to lift both of your feet in the air. Knees are bent at 90-degree angle. You're going to drop both feet to the side. And take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, you want to push the hips forward so that the knees stack on top of each other. But at the same time, you want to push that left shoulder blade down towards the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Push that shoulder blade down a little bit more. Twist into the spine. Keeping your feet on the floor. This will help protect your back. You want to very, very gently come back to center. Reposition once you're there. Knees are 90-degree angle. And feet are in the air. And then you're going to drop both knees to the left. So, in this position, deep inhale. When you exhale, you push the hip bones forward so that you're stacking the hips on top of each other so that the knees can stack on top of each other. And then on your exhale, push down into that right shoulder blade. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Breathe and relax into this stretch. This is a beautiful one to decompress the spine. Very, very gently coming back to center. You're going to hug the knees in towards the chest and just rock side to massage your lower back. Eventually, you're going to roll onto your side so that you can come up to a seated position. It's okay, bud. It's okay. He's not going to hurt you. He's not going to move. I moved him. Oh, man. Seriously, this cat. Anyways, you can, if it's more comfortable, absolutely feel free to come to a chair, to a seated position. But if you can, be in the seated cross ankle position or straight legs out, whatever works for you. I just need the torso to be nice and straight. So you can roll the shoulders back and down, have a nice long neck, and you're going to tilt the head to the side, stretching out all those muscles. Breathe deep. Coming back to center, tilting to the other side. Breathe here. Want to bring the neck back to neutral position. Just do a couple shoulder circles to loosen everything up. And end with those shoulders down and away from your ears. Oh man. Come here, Smudge. Oh, yes. Come say goodbye to everybody and just ignore Mortimer, okay? Well, I hope you guys had an okay workout. Like I said, thank you for continuing to work out if you are. And if you're not, then now's the time to start. That's what January 1st is all about. I will be back for sure with our normal weekly workouts and and more of these hilarious costumes and the cats. Okay, and the dog, and Mortimer, and myself. So, fun times will be had, I'm sure. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.